Actor, singer, writer, father, friend and mentor, Larrington Walker graced the stage and screen for over 5 decades and was known to many as a guiding light in the industry. Born in Kingston, Jamaica, he came to England in 1956 and discovered his passion in life, the arts, starting his career as a singer. He moved on to acting, starring in stage shows including Jesus Christ Superstar, Guys and Dolls, Rudy's Rare Records, Daddy Cool, and Playboy of the West Indies, to name a few. He was a member of the Royal Shakespeare Company for several seasons and a regular on our screens.
He was a stalwart of the BAME entertainment industry. He was a great singer, great dancer, fine actor, and I miss him every day.
Larrington Walker deserves this Lifetime Achievement Award because he gave his life for his industry, for his craft, for the theatre, and in doing so, he opened up a road for all of us to follow.
He cast his net over so many of us and showed so many of us the way and opened his heart and his knowledge and his creativity and his artistry to us.
Larrington wouldn't compromise. When they put barriers in front of him, he kicked them down, as simple as that. If he thought it was in conflict with his conscience or with his culture, he wouldn't do it. Yes, it cost him because, you know, like I said, there are times when he just would not compromise. And it would cost him. But I think that it was a price that he was more than willing to pay because of his integrity and how he felt about the art and what he was actually doing and what he wanted to convey himself.
His great strength was helping other people, young actors, teaching them, encouraging them, giving them just a leg up.
Larrington was deeply committed to the celebration and expression of black culture, as well as the development and empowerment of young artists. He co-founded Afro Sax Theatre Company in 1984 with Ellen Thomas and Trevor Etienne.
Larry and I decided to set up Afro Sax Theatre Company at the time because there wasn't anywhere for young people from the black community to go.
But to just see this room of black talent, do you know what I mean? Young, raw, energetic, ready to learn. The master classes and the workshops that Larry would do to just encourage us to be creative and to find our voices.
It gave me a chance to see people doing what I aspire to do, and that was a revelation to me. Larrington did a lot for me in that regard, I think. Get rid of the stereotypes, relax yourself, make a fool, don't be afraid to be foolish. And from that day till this, I've just been foolish.
I did that when I was like 17, 18, and I still remember Busy in the City. I still remember songs like Desire When the Needle Hits the Groove and Your Body Starts to Move. Those songs are still in us, do you know what I mean? He left us this rich, rich legacy at the memorial to be able to stand up and say, yes, I am an Afro Sax alumni is just deep joy.
Larrington came into my life at a point when I was trying to do a situation comedy for BBC television called Rudy's Rare Records. And so I was going to do Rudy. And then Paul, the producer, said, well, you should really see some people for Rudy. I mean, I know you think you can do everything, but you can't really do everything. So, shocked by the knowledge that I wasn't allowed to do everything I wanted to do, I agreed that we should see people. We saw lots of people were interested in it. And then Larrington walked in. End of search. But when we did the stage show, and when it was in him, he delivered it differently every single night, and it was just a revelation some nights. Some nights I would literally be watching him and forget where I was because he was being so good. There was a moment in Rudy's Rare Records where Larrington would start to move his behind to the music for comedic effect, and it would just, without really doing very much, bring the house down. And I would watch that every night and go, I wish I could do that.
Well, Larry and I met in 1972 for rehearsals on Jesus Christ Superstar, and we got on really well. Larry was really great in it, you know, in fantastic voice. He was very professional. I learnt a lot from him, actually. And he gave me a lot of confidence, you know, but the only thing he didn't give me confidence on was, you know, please don't go for West Indian parts and patois and all that, you know, because I love you as you are, Paul, you know. So every time my manager would ring up and say, Paul, actually, funny enough, she rang me up a couple of years ago and said to me, Paul, what's your West Indian and patois like? You know, and I said, Gene, it's Scouse.
I could never fault one of Larrington's performances, never overplayed, and everything based in truth and reality. Oh, my favourite memories, of course, are the adverts.
And when I saw it, and I just said to Larry, this is brilliant. It's going to be it's going to be #1 commercial.
Leave me, darling, she said I was yours to receive. The Israelite.
When it did come to the awards, I watched the awards on the telly and everything else, and Larry obviously went off to them. It was John Cleese who won it. John Cleese got up, accepted the award for, you know, for Yellow Pages being the best commercial of that year. But John Cleese turned around and said, this actually belongs to Larrington Walker.
Never have I seen any actor, any performer do that. And everybody knew, I think they all knew, but they just weren't ready to give that award to a black person.
I've always called him Sir Larrington Walker. I think that his legacy is giving people like myself and many other individuals the true belief that anything is achievable as long as you put your heart, your soul and belief into it.
All the things that he did, both as an actor and an activist and a community leader, and all the things that he wanted to say, he said it big, and he made you feel big in saying it for yourself. He made you feel like you could jump over a mountain.
Larry and I were very good friends since the 70s, mate. Since 1972, he was my very bestest friend, and I'll miss him, and I'll love him forever. Do you know what I mean? That's the way I really feel about Larry, my mate.
Trust in me, baby, as I trust in you.
Larrington Walker, long may you reign. You're up there watching over us, still send the creativity to your face.
Trust in me, baby, as I